Well, when you ask these questions, they don't make...
So you're going to ask me deeply intellectual questions about Kierkegaard? Oh, you can do. Go on. You make me look stupid. I don't mind being made to look stupid, actually. It's usually more funny when people do make me look stupid. Go on, ask me a deeply intellectual question about Kierkegaard, please.
Doesn't mean a thing. The sphere, the strife.
This is correct. As I approach old age, I have decided to become deep and profound. All the blasphemy, the obscenity, is all a thing of the past, and I've decided to become a serious artist.
Going nowhere fast.
Why did I do the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner? It's a very good question. I can't really remember. It must be the Alzheimer's. Let me think now. Why did I do it? I must have done it for some reason. I think I know why. We recorded this album about 10 years ago called The Sea. You see. And and I liked it. It's probably my favourite Tiger Lillies album. It was recorded in Hamburg, and it was recorded with musicians from the Thalia Theatre, who actually were the Devil's Rubato band, who played with Tom Waits when he did The Black Rider. And so I recorded this album, and it's got like celestes. This was recorded in the studio. You see, they had this studio, and they have got like really all these old funny keyboard instruments like celestes and harmoniums and pianos and everything. So I recorded this album at the Sea, and I liked it so much. I thought, you know what, I'd really like to do another album which on a nautical theme, about sailors and stuff. And so I did this one. So I thought that would be good. So, and then I knew this poem, The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, and I thought about doing it before, and so I did.
And in the shadows, the drum major licks his lips, desiring your form and the swivel of your hips.
Yeah.
Endless background, lovers love.
He was a Norwegian man who's now dead. He had cancer. And he was a big fan. He used to come and see us play, or he used to follow us all around Europe. Maybe not the world, but he used to follow us all around Europe. And he had a hole in his throat here, and he used to smoke cigarettes through the hole in his throat because he had cancer 20 years ago, but they cut it out. But he had a hole in his throat. They cut away his voice box, so he couldn't actually speak anymore. So he had a little machine which he used to hold on his throat, vibrating machines. So he'd talk to you with this machine, and so like this, he'd talk to you like this. But I could never understand a word he said with this machine. But anyway, he was a very nice man, and he used to follow us around. And unfortunately, he got cancer again a couple of years ago. And he came and saw us play right up until just before he died. So I said to him, Jan, I shall dedicate the Ancient Mariner to you. And the nice thing was he was also a sailor as well. So that's who he was.
Nothing is sin. Nothing is sin. They're just a dreamer who they've dragged.
Yes. But unfortunately, I'm failing rather badly.
I'm just an angel.
Because it's quite nice, you know. Walk on stage and the audience erupts with orgasmic excitement, you know. Packed houses all over the world, beautiful women falling at my feet. But unfortunately, it's not happening. There you go. I'm a failure.
You should play guitar, not the chord.
I think you're right. It's very interesting you should say that, because I asked Adrian Stout, the bass player, why he thought that the Tiger Lillies hadn't really made it. Why are the Tiger Lillies this big and Coldplay the size of this auditorium? And he said one word: accordion. So that's it. You see, if you play the accordion, you're doomed. How many famous accordion players are there? How many internationally famous acts are there that have accordion players? Not many, really. Wouldn't you agree? And even if they do have accordions, they're probably sort of somewhere in the back, you know. Accordions, for some reason, they're just not very commercial. Don't know why. I think it's fashion, isn't it? Really. You know, you've got to play the right instrument. You've got to play the game, haven't you? And I'm just not playing the game, am I? When I'm dead. When I'm dead, I'm going to be enormous. I mean, what's the point? What's the point of being enormous when you're dead? Even the cameraman's laughing. Of course. Don't we all want to be loved? Of course I want to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved. Don't you think?
And to be hated?
Well, as long as they're loved more than they're hated, everyone wants to be loved. You know, you can be a bit controversial and stuff, but you still want to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved. I think there's probably a few people actually who don't want to be loved, but I think they're quite rare.
You'll rape my soul even in your dreams. God, he haunts each moment still.
A controversial person or a harmonic one? Difficult question, really, isn't it? You know, I think there are people who are very successful that are controversial, and they make they manipulate their controversial persona in such a way that they're they're actually very, very successful, you know. And then there are of course people who don't know how to manipulate their controversial persona, and they end up on the street or something, you know, kind of alcoholics, dying at the age of 55 of cirrhosis of the liver.